Number 12, Patricia Augustine. That's good. Mr. Aaron Thomas, Miles Jackson, Cheyenne Irvin, Associated Coach. His wife, Nisha Smith, and the head coach of our turnaround, Diane Richardson. Are you ready? President, are you ready? Triple President, are you ready? Javon Man, are you ready? Let's go!
Let's go, team! pushing right now, headed by Savannah Curry. Savannah Curry on the left wing, going left to right. Taylor Turner is going to call this one out, top of the key. Little DHL handoff. Back to Taylor Turner. Taylor Turner, top of the wing. Started. Easy top of the key.
Score the basket for number 7, Taylor Turner.
Blocked. All right, back up with it and swirls around and in.
Score the basket for number 34,
Operating on the left wing, calling out the play. We're going to fake the pass, hangs it off to Savannah Curry. Back to Melina. Melina, top of the key to Alexander. Swings back out. Alexander, corner three. Rims out. Rebound, put back up by Savannah Curry and one.
Score the basket for number 91,
add to it.
Foul for number 3, Patricia
Temple against Drexel last week,
at
but
the line shooting one is number 91, Sanaya
right
Craig.
back up and one.
Yeah, last week, Sanaya Craig, the team's primary rebounder. That's why they brought him from Jacksonville. It wasn't all Sanaya Craig. It was spread out, but they still did get out rebound. So that right there, let her bring it back up to the
Sanaya Craig, 6-2 right now, Temple. Ball will come out of bounds and then stolen by Gayla. Oh, it's going to go off, but it will.
Temple's basketball.
Really good defense right there. They did a little bit of press. Ball got knocked out of bounds by Melina on the ensuing possession. Will stay with Temple. Curry handling the ball right now around the right wing. Gets into the corner, up to the top of the kid. Turner swung around to Alexander. Free throw. And ball, I believe it's going to be 3 seconds. It's going to be a turnover for Temple. Turnovers were not good for Temple against Drexel last time out. Going to try and right that part of the game. Handling the ball, being guarded by Curry, who's been poked away, and it's going to be fallen in. Jump ball going Temple's direction. Very good defense to start for Temple. A couple deflections here, 7:50 left in this first quarter. They have done enough defensively throughout the season. Just has to be able to do something on the offensive end. Just what Alexander, back to Taylor Turner. Taylor Turner versus Savannah Curry, jab step, and there goes the shot. Daphne did not put the ball down there. I think wanted to get into the bag a little bit, except left the groceries on the counter. Inbound for VCU. Heads to Griffin. Side Griffin. Career high 16 points and got fouled back in the third. Having the ball here, being guarded by Taylor Turner. Swung around. Drive and let and foul. That'll be on August.
Basketball at number 30, Drew Alexander. Her first, team's first.
Good dribble penetration by VCU. VCU, like I said, losers in their last 5, looking to somehow, some way.
At the line, shooting is number 12, Patricia Augusta.
But Temple wants their one back too.
Now, number 42, Lucy Goffin, replacing number 32, Sotelo.
pass by Savannah Curry to Sanaya Craig, and she knows what happened. Just a little too much on that one. Goes careening off the backboard. Could not follow up with it. Out of bounds will be VCU ball. It was a beautiful pass by Sheena.
Substitution number 8, Preston.
That's rare for her as well. Just
Replacing number 34, Katerina Konazovic.
open. I think she was kind of startled that she was
A little too open. That's Preston in now for VCU. There's Preston. Swung out to her in the corner. Going back to the top of the key. Augustine for 3. Rims out. Rebound by Melina, secured. And they're going to get her for the travel. She doesn't like it. Took a couple steps on the rebound.
You have to click. Oh, wait.
5-second violation. Temple's basketball.
So, a couple turnovers back to back, and Temple controls. Rebounded by Turner.
What's up? Yes. Oh.
Deep penetration into Sanaya Craig's body. It's rebounded by Melina. Outlet to Turner. Runs in the running lineup. 3 decides against it. Swing all the way across to Savannah Curry. Good dribble penetration. Late. Savannah Curry puts the ball on the hardwood, takes all the way to the lane, scores 2. And that's going to be a jump ball for Temple. Team's playing with a little bit more passion than we saw at Drexel. Great hand on ball, great defense. VCU looking to just get this ball into the paint. They do have a plethora of scoring options. Soraya Griffin being their guard. Sophomore, 5'7" out of Virginia Beach. Trying to see if she can get something going on this baseline inbound.
And number 10, and Zachariah.
Ball inbounded. That's a pass deflected.
Don't know how that didn't get stolen.
Duyamboye's in the game now. Rebound collected by Kayla Turner. Kayla Turner pushing it all the way. Kick out to the corner 3. Brianna Mead, cash. Brianna Mead's excited after that one, and VCU's gonna take some time to talk about it.
But Temple allows an 11-1 run over the last 3 minutes and 12 seconds. 3 of their last 3 from the field, capitalizing not just by scoring these. VCU also on a 2-minute scoring drought. That's exactly what the Owls need to do. They need to capitalize when these scoring droughts for their opponents happen, and that's exactly what they're doing. And a lot cleaner basketball right there, especially after the Melina travel a few possessions ago.
Yeah, you're completely right, Charlie. A very, very good offense. Defense turning into offense right there for Temple. They're in a timeout, but we're going to keep it right here. This Temple team, going back to the game against Drexel, a 59-52 loss, and it's a game where they just looked very out of sorts. They were very out-rebounded. Seems like defensively, rotations were not where they wanted it to be. They wanted to come out here against VCU, a team that's struggling right now, getting into the middle of their season. They're going to put everything together in order to, and we were in the post-game conference with Diane Richardson where she said her team felt like they didn't want to come out and punch first. With that being said, right now Temple's putting together a pretty strong first round of this boxing match.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, especially with the absence of Tristan Taylor, who was out last game after spraining her ankle in the Bahamas, had a boot on her foot the other day. I haven't seen her yet today if she still has that boot on, but the Owls just, despite the sloppy turnovers, also went 2 for 6 from beyond the arc, and that's not usual with this team, especially with Kayla Turner, who's a knockdown three-point shooter. And those 2 threes from Kayla Turner, or from the team overall, came in the last 2 minutes. No, they came in the 4th. And it was late in the game and didn't matter much. And it seemed like the first few threes, besides early on in the game when Drew Alexander threw up a few, which she didn't have her capability of just knocking down some shots. So Kayla Turner with a great start today so far. Brianna Mead hitting 3, who only had 4 points last game as well. That's been kind of filling in the role of Tristan Taylor, was playing as a playmaker of some sort. So definitely a good start for the Owls.
Yeah, just definitely a better start for the Owls here in the Leah Cora Center. Filling a little bit in. It was a little touch and go when we first got here, but it's about 10%, 15% full right now. A lot of students are getting ready for their finals, so happy studying for all the Temple Owls that may be listening.
Or are already home.
Yeah, some people packed their bags and said, I'm getting out of here.
I went home the other day.
Good for you. Where is home for you, Charlie?
Newtown, Pennsylvania.
Gotcha.
So not far away. Just drove down this morning.
Yeah, so, you know, we got the band here. We got some cheerleaders. We got, of course, the teams and some fans and friends and family hanging out with us on this Saturday afternoon. Getting ready to clear the court, get right back to game action. 5:22 left in this first quarter. 14-3 Temple holds. Set the court for you right now. Soraya Griffin starting at guard. She's joined with Deja Preston, Patricia Augustine, Lucy Gafen, and Katrina Knezovich as Preston brings it up the court, being guarded by Brianna Mead. That's going to be a deflection, saved by Savannah Curry. One-on-one fast break, takes it herself, and one! Savannah Curry's playing with a little attitude today.
Right here, it pops up as well. VCU now with 4 turnovers in the last under 4 minutes. As the scoring drought does continue, the Owls on a 13-1 run over the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So it's everything the Owls are doing is working right now, and they're capitalizing, which you can't emphasize enough, especially when other teams are turning the ball over on these scoring droughts, and they're up 16-3. You couldn't ask for any more.
And speaking of that, there's this big rebound, and then another travel rebound by Felicia Jacobs, who has entered the game now for Temple. Gets an offensive rebound off the Savannah Curry missed free throw. However, did not put the ball on the ground.
Yeah, just shuffled her feet a little bit too much underneath the basket.
Katrina Knezovich handling the ball, swings around, swung back around. Now being handled by Augustine. Augustine back to Knezovich. Uses the screen. Shot, pull up, and no good. Rebound, batted around, but will stay with VCU. Kayla Turner had a good look when it got hand on ball. Unfortunately, kicked it out of bounds. Will remain with VCU. Waiting for the referee to hand the ball to Preston. Preston looking to inbound. Gives it to Knezovich. Knezovich waiting for Augustine. Augustine gets the ball in the wing. Back out to Knezovich. Knezovich throwing around to Zachariah, who's now in the game. Preston for 3, rims out. Rebound collected. Going on one-on-one with Molina, and that's blocked. And Zachariah is denied at the rim. Kayla Turner, dribble penetration, swung and too high for Felicia Jacobs. Knezovich back out, running, being guarded by Savannah Curry. And that's another steal. Savannah Curry's playing cornerback out there. Takes it all the way. He's gonna be, threw it away. Here comes Knezovich, one-on-one. Gonna be a layup. Beautiful euro right over Kayla Turner. Breaks their scoring drought. 16-5 Temple leads.
Yeah, the Owls have 3 turnovers now just over the last minute, and that's not what they want to do. They really just need, they forced a lot of turnovers right there, playing great defense. The Jaleesa Molina block a few possessions ago, and then just moved too fast, and now another turnover.
Yeah, another turnover. Savannah Curry tried to get it back. It won't matter. It's going to be an easy walk-up layup for Preston Augustine. Little bit of the discombobulation we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, where the turnovers were one thing that hurt Temple. Ball swung onto the wing to Kayla Turner. Kayla Turner, Brown and Weed wide open in the corner, rims off. Rebound taken by Deja Preston. Preston, right wing, goes baseline, lays right through Kayla Turner. A little bit of a 6-0 run being started by VCU.
And not just a 6-0 run, the scoring drought, even though there's an O in the Temple name, the scoring drought of over 2 minutes plus 4 turnovers now.
You're 100% right, Charlie. Maybe ill-advised 3 by Jaleesa Molina at the top of the key. Does not fall. Rebound by Knezovic. Swung around. That is McKenna White now in the game. All of 6'2", and a poor cross-court pass by Ann Zachariah that does not find the mark. Will be a side inbound for Temple. Waiting for somebody to inbound as Chloe Miller's checked into the game, and that's who they're actually going to go and grab. Chloe Miller going to go inbound.
Yeah, Miller came in last game, later in the game, and as a redshirt freshman who transferred from ECU last year after redshirting that season, came in, had a quick 4 points in only the few minutes she played. It didn't create a late spark for the Owls, but it was too late nonetheless.
And there's going to be a foul on Felicia Jacobs right there. She will shoot too. Yes, you're completely right. Ariana Moretti and Chloe Miller both got some burn last game, something that we really haven't seen at all this season.
And they came in together as well, which we were both surprised. We were like, whoa, they came in and they needed that spark because they were getting out-rebounded. It was a lot of turnovers, and Coach Rich just had to go to the bench and see what she could do, see if she could find something, and it did create a little bit of a spark, and the Owls did go on the run, and it felt like they had some energy back, which it ended up fading away, but it was a good sign to see them both contributing.
Yeah, you're 100% right, as Felicia Jacobs was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Knezovic, wow, tried to Tom Brady that ball into Zachariah, and that did not work out the way she wanted. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm right, Zachariah. Temple controls, Brianna Mead at the controls here. Swung out to Sedano. Sedano's fighting for it. Ball on the bodies and ball on the floor. Is going to be scooped up by VCU. Preston swung out. Zachariah pull up mid-range. No good. Rebounded by Jacobs. Turner calling out plays.
This is what they need to do. Slow it down, get an offensive play running, and just find these open shots like they've been having with this offense being ran.
Sedano, top of the key, swung out to Mead on the wing. Screen by Chloe Miller. Back out to Taylor. Taylor goes up, hangs, and cannot get that one to fall. And geez, out of bounds. Zachariah tried to save it, but it unfortunately had a couple of their toes on that line. Will remain with Temple, as we have Drew Alexander checking in the game, as well as McKenna White for VCU. Taylor back into Sedano. Sedano, and she's going to get called for a travel as well. It just, with these travels, I feel like Temple has just been trying to move without putting the ball on the floor. Just very.
They were hitting their shots early on.
Yes.
Now 6 turnovers and no field goals in over the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So they just need to start putting shots up. They have the opportunities, and they're just trying to get it into the paint so much, and that they don't need to do that right now.
Oh, a little miscommunication there. McKenna White walks into a mid-range shot. Just kind of got caught up on the rotations there, and she's left wide open. Drew Alexander wants to answer back quickly. Threes, no good. Ball will be batted around and out of bounds. Will be with VCU. Just 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Inbound to Knezovic. Knezovic being guarded by Sedano. Screen by White. Re-screen by White. Another screen by White. Doesn't use any of them. It's finally the fourth one she takes. Swung back around. Knezovic handles again. Kicked out. Fakes the three. McKenna White for three. Cash. McKenna White. 0 for 2 on the year from three. And knocks down one that they needed desperately as Temple's back at the controls. And turned over by Sedano. No time left in the quarter, but that's how this first quarter will wrap up. Charlie, what are your thoughts at the end of this first quarter?
A disappointing second half of the first quarter, especially how they outstarted. They went on a 13-1 run, and then VCU right back with an 11-1 run of their own, making a 17-14 game. And right there, McKenna White, who is a senior, transferred from UMass after 3 years to Seton Hall, then transferred to VCU, played 25 games last year, only averaged 3 points, and has only played 2 games this year because she missed the first 7 games due to injury. And she started both games, so one of the team's initial supposed to be starters for the beginning of the year, and only played 18 minutes in total between those 2 games, 3 minutes last game. So VCU definitely liking to see that 3 from her towards the end of the first quarter. And then on the outside, just sloppy basketball. I don't know if they got too confident, if they just were taking it too easy, but it did not look like them for the first half of the first quarter.
Yeah, 17-14 Temple leads getting into the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with second quarter action on WHIP Sports Radio. She knows now. Temple already. Yeah. I mean, at least they're shooting 6 for 13. That's something. 3 for 3.
They were shooting 6 for 13. The gap between the 6 and the 13, though, came over the last few minutes.
Yeah, you're so right. We can start. Oh, we're good. Inbound to start the second quarter action. Kayla Turner swung around to Julissa Molina. Molina back out to Sanaya Craig. Sanaya Craig to Curry. Curry to Turner. Turner fakes the pass. 3 up and good. 3 for Kayla Turner from beyond the arc today. She's feeling something, and I think it's pretty good. And almost gets a steal there, deflection. And a lot of pressure right now by Temple. It's going to be swung around, handled by Knezovic. Knezovic gets into the lane, up and good. Knezovic takes it herself to keep the scoring going for VCU. Turner handling the ball. Swung around. Alexander fakes a three. Molina, baseline work. Swings it back out to Turner. Turner all the way to Molina in the corner. Corner three for Molina. Cash.
Jaleesa Molina with 10 points last game. Someone that's only 21.4% from beyond the arc coming into today. Only was 3 for 14, and that being her second three, and she's 50% today. 1 for 2 is great to see, but also interesting to see someone who isn't a primary three-point shooter.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Rebound by, wow. McKenna White gets right into the lane, gets the offensive rebound up and good.
And didn't even need to force herself in the lane. Was just kind of there. Molina was behind her, but was a few steps away though. So,
yep, just fell right into her lap. She gets.
Seems like they just lost track of her.
Yep, found something. I found something shiny. Put it right back up and in, and she's gonna get a chance for one more. White takes a couple dribbles from the free throw line, shots up and good. 23-19 Temple leads, 8:38 left in this second quarter. Turner swung around to Curry. Curry gets it to Molina. Molina back over to Turner. Little bit of zone looks like. Drew Alexander shoots a three and cashes it out. Now the threes are falling for Temple. Here you go. VCU back in control. Lucy Sotelo waiting for something. Luciana Sotelo, excuse me. Swung back over to Trisha Augustine. Augustine to the corner of White. White probing. Swung all the way to Nezovic. Nezovic into the lane, swung back out. Three for Sotelo's good. I'm sorry, that was Nezovic. I swapped the names. My apologies. Turner handling the ball, swings it to Alexander. Alexander to Sanaya Craig. Sanaya Craig over to Turner. Turner to Molina, the other corner. Swung to the other corner, tipped. Drew Alexander, head fake. My goodness. Ooh, had Nezovic looking for something, lost, and there's a collision. A VCU player and a Temple player are down. Going back to that jab step by Drew Alexander, put the ball down one time. Nezovic was looking for something and just could not cash out the three. Believe they call a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul on Sanaya Craig. She did hit the ground hard, got tangled up.
She looks okay though. Double foul. I believe they just said over the PA system. We'll set the court for you real fast. For VCU, McKenna White, Deja Preston, Patricia Augustine, Luciana Sotelo, and Katrina Nezovic. On the Temple side, Kayla Turner, Jaleesa Molina, Savannah Curry, Drew Alexander, and Sanaya Craig.
Yeah, Drew Alexander a moment ago hit a three, which was big. She was used kind of to fill in Tristan Taylor, see what they could get out of her. She's someone who had back-to-back 13-point games to start the season. The last game only had 5 points, shooting 2 for 5 from the field, and was 1 for 3 beyond the arc, which that is her specialty. So good sign to see her hitting that three, and hopefully she can get more.
Yes, Nezovic swings all the way around, back around to Zachariah, who's now in the game. Made a sub while I was setting the court. Turner swung around to Savannah Curry. Curry drew a penetration, throws up a wild layup, but gets rewarded for it. Will get a chance to shoot too. That foul on Augustine. Her second.
At the line shooting two will be number 10, Savannah Curry.
Curry's looking very aggressive to start this game. Has had a couple and one opportunities. Now go back at the free throw line. As the Leah Cora Center will go quiet, and they're actually going to allow a substitution. Augustine heading out.
Substitution for VCU, number
That is Deja Preston subbing in. Curry a couple dribbles at the free throw line, shot up, and knocks on the first one.
I wonder why Preston was allowed in the game before the first free throw.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
I was looking to see if they were in the bonus for some reason, but they definitely are not.
Yeah, referees. Nezovic being harassed by Curry. Gets it to Preston. Preston swung back around. That's now Kuchenko in the game. Back out to Nezovic. Nezovic pull up mid-range, wedgie. Don't see that all the time.
No, you don't see it that much at all.
Now they're gonna need someone to go get it. Jaleesa Molina's the savior. Will be baseline inbound for Temple. Yeah, just pull up mid-range wedgie.
It's a good move as well by Nezovic.
Yeah,
Just
on target.
her shot didn't want to fall and also didn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, just wanted to stay put. Taylor gets the ball into Molina. Molina back out to Taylor. Taylor, wing three. Somebody gonna guard her. Kayla Turner is 4 for 4 from 3 right now to start this game. And she's almost came out with a steal. It's gonna go to Molina. Molina running the break all the way to Savannah Curry. A touchdown pass to Savannah Curry.
What a pass by Jaleesa Molina. A two-hand, just kind of what looked like to be a lob type of pass. I thought it was in between a shot, a quarterback throw, and a lob overall, and it was perfect though, nonetheless, and a great layup to finish it off by Savannah Curry.
Yes, a perfect pass to force VCU to take a timeout, and we will do the same here on WHIP Sports Radio, back with more Temple action after this. We're back with Temple versus VCU as Deja Preston's at the controls, and that will be batted out of bounds by Kayla Turner. Will be a side inbound headed by Nezovic. Temple up 33-22. VCU moving left to right. Nezovic gets it into Preston. Preston being guarded by Curry. Curry having a great game both defensively and offensively. Swung back out to Griffin, who's back in the game, starting point guard. We are now joined by Hawa Duboya as that ball is turned over by Temple. Hawa Duboya for VCU stands at 6'7" from the Bronx, New York. The tallest person on the floor right now for either team.
Not just on the floor, she's definitely one of the tallest
in the building
basketball players in even the country.
Yeah. Kayla Turner knocks down a mid-range shot. Kayla Turner is 5 for 6 from the floor, 4 for 4 from 3, 14 points. Anything she can't do right now.
Now the Owls on a 9-0 run, 3 of 3 from the field. Wow, VCU once again on a 2-minute and 35-second plus scoring drought. So the Owls finding that groove like they did early on in the first quarter.
My goodness, that ball, Duboya just blows the layup. Had to go down and grab it after it got batted around. Great on-ball pressure by Temple. Forces the turnover. Turner back at the controls. Swung to Curry. Curry calling out the play. Dribble handoff to Alexander. Alexander, top of the key to Kayla Turner. Kayla Turner gets into the lane. Looking for a pass. Gets to Curry. Curry in the corner. Curry working. Gets kind of caught up in the middle of the lane. Lost her dribble and will be a jump ball VCU possesses.
Substitution for VCU.
You could see Curry was making sure she didn't travel the way these calls have gone. Had made sure that left foot was rooted in the ground. Unfortunately, got tied up. McKenna White now joins the game.
Duboya, who, like you said, standing at 6'7", the redshirt sophomore, came from Maryland and Virginia. One season from each and was also a 4-star recruit out of high school.
Definitely can play some basketball. She gets it now at the top of the key. Swung back around up, pitches to Augustine, who's back in the game for VCU. Ball back out now to White. Ezovic for 3, that's off. Rebound by Molina. Running Turner. Turner gets into the body. Lay is good.
Good fundamental layup. Also not just fundamental, a tough layup by Kayla Turner, who is tightly guarded.
Kayla Turner doing everything she can. Takes the little Mario mushroom and goes all the way to the rim. She's got 16 points, 6 for 7 from the floor. As Nezovic is back at the controls, tries to get a steal. Turner does. Corner 3 by White, good.
It's a good shot, especially over Jalisa and Molina with both arms in the air trying to block a shot. It was a high arc and a great shot by White.
McKenna White is, I believe, 2 for 2 now from 3, and she does not shoot those.
Not just 2 for 2, she's also 4 for 4 from the field and 1 for 1 from the line with 11 points today.
Wow.
Silently just leading the team and dominating.
Yep, you're 100% right, as that ball is out of bounds off a Jalisa Molina missed layup, but it will remain with Temple. Inbound from Kayla Turner to Sanaya Craig, who pulls up midi, does not fall. Rebound, floorboard goes to Augustine. VCU now controls, moving left to right. Big screen by McKenna White. And that's another steal. Savannah Curry, is that Patrick Surtain out there? Jalisa Molina finishes it. Savannah Curry has at least 3 steals this game.
Yeah, another great job. 13-3 run now for the Owls and 5 of 7 from the field. With that one being an easy breakaway and a great pass to Jalisa Molina.
She almost got another one too.
Almost did get another one.
And that will be deflected, but will remain VCU basketball. Very good on-ball pressure, and this is when you go back to what Diane Richardson had said in that post-game conference, where they were sick of getting hit first and they wanted to hit back. And we mentioned that second half of the first quarter didn't go that way, but here they go.
Timeout, Temple.
Yeah, the Owls definitely finding their groove as Temple now calls a timeout to reset, take a breath now, and keep themselves fresh, especially with how they're playing. They just want to keep it going with the final 2:43 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 13-3 run over the last 4 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, full timeout, so we will take it, actually. We will be back. 2:43 left in this second quarter. We'll be back after a short break. All right. We are back with more Temple versus VCU. Temple up 39-25, 2 minutes 43 seconds left in the first half. Baseline inbound headed by VCU. Deja Preston inbound to McKenna White, who shoots a wild mid-range shot, does not fall. Kayla Turner all the way, pull up mid-range shot, does not fall, but she's fouled and grabbing the ankle. Oh no.
Still holding it too. That's not a good sign, especially with Tristan Taylor, who's been out with an ankle sprain. You don't want to see Kayla Turner, who is back up on her feet and is grabbing that. Oh boy.
Goes up, goes back into a squatting position. Not sure if it's, you're gonna retie the shoe. Easy fix here. You mentioned it, Tristan Taylor has been out for the last couple games. She had a little bit of an ankle sprain down in the Bahamas, has not played the last 2 games, including this one, and going to make sure everything is okay with Kayla Turner. Quick little loop-de-loop and pull, and we will see if she will be able to shoot these free throws real fast. Kayla Turner, as we mentioned, 6 for 7 in this one, 4 for 4 from 3. She seems to be okay. Little bit of a limp.
Yeah, after these free throws, looks like she's going to check out for Brianna Mead, who's going to come in the game for Kayla Turner. Turner definitely someone you cannot afford to lose, especially how she's been playing lately, and especially, like we mentioned, with the absence of Tristan Taylor.
Turner takes a dribble, free throw up, rims out the first one.
Turner only coming in today 66.7% from the line, shooting 14 of 21 from the line.
And she makes that one, and she will go check out for Brianna Mead. Go and just get that ankle looked at real fast. Hopefully can return in this one, nothing serious.
Able to jog off the court, which is a great sign to see. After, when she got up, she really wasn't able to put much pressure on that foot. And once she started walking, just kind of went back down and huddled over, so good sign.
Yep, very good sign here as VCU's back at the controls. Now with a Lucy Gaffon in the game. That swung out to Preston. Preston put up, mid-range shot, no good. Rebound by Sanaya Craig. Mead pushing the pace a little bit. VCU gets back. Molina, another 3. Ooh, rims out. Wow. Looked like a car crash for the rebound, and it ends up in Drew Alexander's hands. Mead calling back out the play. Swung out to Savannah Curry. Curry back out to Molina. Molina to Mead. Mead, and there's going to be another foul call on, I believe that's Augustine.
It's not Craig's game. Banged up that possession by Gaffon and Augustine, who got kind of knocked in the head by Gaffon, and then right there, Augustine kind of just threw her to the ground a little bit. So Craig definitely taking a lot of the physicality, embracing it.
She got the worst of it.
But then always does have a smile on her face like usual, somehow.
100%, yep. Mead gets into the lane and then loses it. That'll be Deja Preston. One-on-one with Drew Alexander up, and she's fouled. was swerving left to right, trying to throw Drew Alexander off. Unfortunately, could not do it, but was fouled. And in comes Lucia Sotelo as well as Tanya Kachenko, as Preston will shoot these 2 free throws. Few dribbles at the free throw line, shot is up and falls. 40-26, Temple still leads. Got out to a little bit of a run, 14-3 run over the last 5 minutes.
Preston, the true freshman, is right as the number 6 guard in Georgia, was a McDonald's All-American game nominee. Coming in today, though, only 57.1% from the line, was shooting 8 for 14 coming in to today's afternoon game, so not a strength from the line.
Yeah, and she went 1 for 2, but ball will remain with the VCU baseline inbound. Drew Alexander jumping up and down. Ball gets into Griffin. Griffin with an up fake, layup, no good, batted back around, and controlled again by Soraya Griffin. Soraya Griffin being pressed right now by Savannah Curry. Swung back out. Handled now by Sotelo. Sotelo back out, back to her. Layup is off, and that will be Temple basketball. Feels like VCU is trying to find any way to get their starters going, and they just cannot find a way to do it. Still down 14 with 1:03 left in the second quarter. Brianna Mead taps her chin, calling out the play. Gets it across the timeline. Dribbles. Gets it to Alexander. Wow, just kind of hits Melina in the face. Savannah Curry driving, and they're going to say she carried. Just, again, another turnover there. But it has not been as bad as it was against Drexel. They still have been able to find success offensively, but travels and now a carry there, just moving a little too quick with the basketball. Inbound VCU, Griffin now controlling, being guarded by Mead. Gets it across the timeline, going left to right. Swung out to Kachenko. Kachenko back out to Griffin. Griffin down low, it's gonna be stolen. Collected by, oh, that's gonna be a bump on Mead. Mead grabbed it, a deflection by Molina, was looked to get out and run, unfortunately was fouled. And they're gonna walk the floor as Temple is in the bonus. McKenna White will have a seat for VCU. Brianna Mead will shoot 2. Spins the ball in her hand, takes a couple dribbles. Shot is up and good. 41-26, Temple holds right now. 26.5 seconds left in the second quarter. Same routine by Mead. Shot is up and falls. 42-26, 25 seconds left in this first quarter. Shot clock is dark. Griffin being pressed right now by Mead. Nowhere to go. All the way up to that Temple at midcourt. That T at midcourt. Swung back around. Gets it right back to Griffin. Griffin has nowhere to go. My goodness. Ball's deflected. Shots up and back rim. Temple holds 42-26 at half. A pretty good defensive game and not as bad as it was at Drexel offensively. Charlie, what have you seen so far from this Temple basketball team?
It was just great. It was a great half by the offense, especially coming back off of that tough loss against the Dragons at Finneran Pavilion. So definitely there was that one moment in the first quarter where they let VCU go on an 11-1 run, but really besides that, it's been a pretty solid overall. And you gotta think about it, without that 11-1 run they went on, they could be blowing VCU out by a lot. So the Owls definitely still up by a good amount right now, and they just need to come out and do the same thing in the second half.
Yeah, pretty good, solid first half for Temple. VCU is going to look to try and right this ship as they are still looking for another win on this 5-game losing streak. It is halftime, so we're going to take a quick break. We will be back with second half action on WHIP Sports Radio. We are back with second half action as Temple leads VCU 42-26 as they flag and serve throughout the Liacouras Center. I'm Jay Johnson, joined with my commentary partner Charlie Halligman, and it has been a pretty good game for Temple, led by Kayla Turner, 17 points, 6 for 7 from the floor, 4 for 4 from 3. Went down with a little bit of an ankle tweak, but is back on the court now as we're getting ready to start second half action. On the other side, it has been Katrina Nezovic for VCU with 9 points, 4 for 10 from the floor, 1 for 3 from 3. As the inbound is here, and Kayla Turner is at the controls.
Yeah, Turner with 17 points in the first half, just absolutely dominating. 6 for 7 from the field, 4 for 4, a perfect 4 for 4 from beyond the arc.
Wow, and a just interesting turnover there. Ball hits Savannah Curry in the knee and just ends up falling right into Patricia Augustine's lap, and she will get a chance. Did they call the charge or did they call the block? They're talking about it right now, I believe. And they called it, switched it to a charge.
Yeah, one official called it in the near side from the VCU bench, called it a foul going up for the shot. The other official on the baseline called it a charge, and they talked about it, and it's a charge.
Yeah, and that's
so good take.
That's what VCU head coach Beth O'Boyle is talking about right now. He's like, hey, somebody called it a block. Which one is it? As Temple's back at the control, swung around to Drew Alexander for 3. Rims out, rebound by Craig. She's gonna go be a big body and put it right back up. Makes the layup. That's the O-boards you need right there that Temple was looking for. There it is to start this second half scoring.
Right next to you, I was motioning, put it back up. She turned around, was thinking about going out with it or passing it out, and I was saying, go back up. She had good position, and that ended up being what she was doing, even though she should have done it right away.
Yeah, sometimes you got to keep that ball high and put it right back up, and that will be another turnover from VCU. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a baseline inbound for Temple, moving left to right. Molina will be the inbounder as Kayla Turner's back at the controls. Yeah, a little bit of that ankle tweak in that second quarter, midway through that second quarter, and looks like it's all good now. Back at her point guard, shooting guard type capabilities. Swung out to the wing of Drew Alexander. Delisa Molina gets into the lane. Wow, really good bounce pass. So now Craig can't get it to fall. She knows about it, but she gets fouled.
That was a magical pass by Molina right there. I don't know how she got that in. It was kind of almost a no-look backhanded pass that she bounced into Craig, and Craig definitely upset that she wasn't able to finish that and get that assist for Molina.
Kind of like curled it around the defender, but
at the last possible second as well.
2 shots for Craig. First one's up and rims off. Hit front iron, hit side iron, and then fell to the floor. Craig will get a second. Takes a couple dribbles, spins the ball, shots up, and good. 45-26, Temple leads. 19-point lead here as Nezovic is back at the controls for VCU. Nezovic gets a screen by Preston, goes baseline, layup is good. Takes Drew Alexander all the way to the hole.
And Nezovic was able to get the baseline against Alexander.
As Alexander lines up a 3, cash. Drew Alexander, that's all she wants to do. She's got that 3-0 on her back like someone else that does it a lot in the league, but that's all she's doing, trying to get those 3s to fall. There's one right there.
Like I mentioned, she had those back-to-back 13-point games to start the season, and most of those 13 points in each game were in the second half. Late in the game, she would come in and just start launching shots like that, and that's what she needs to keep doing. And if she gets in that rhythm, she won't miss.
Yep, Deja Preston turned it over for VCU, and Kayla Turner did the same thing, but she didn't turn it over. They're gonna say it was off VCU. Ball went out of bounds baseline, but Temple will control. Baseline inbound now for Turner. Gets it into Curry. Curry lines up a 3. Rims off. Rebound by Craig. And she falls hard. And she's okay. Just like you said, Charlie, always a smile on her face.
She always gets up quick. She did right there, and she's got more of a hobble today. She's definitely getting beat up, but she did get that rebound.
Yep, smile, thumbs up, and she's going to, it's going to be an inbound now. Craig lined up at the free throw line, but it's just going to be a baseline inbound. Molina Gets the ball into the lane. Wow, good step through, but did not get the finish. And guess who's on the floor again? Guess who's right back up? You know, Sanaya Craig has taken a lot of shots today, and she's
also hitting the ground hard, too.
Yes, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Bob's right back up. 2 falls in the same possession, and gets the ball here now in the baseline inbound. Top of the key for Turner, back out to Molina. Molina's gonna take a corner 3 short. Rebound by VCU. Very long possession for Temple, and unfortunately could not get anything in it, and that's gonna be a foul. Didn't really see. They're gonna call it on Craig, say they got her on the arm.
She let out allowed what? Wasn't really sure how she fouled her right there, but that.
Yeah. Craig hit the ground again, and she will go and have a seat after she slaps hands with everybody on the bench. Inbound here, taken by Preston, and there goes Savannah Curry. Oh, and she lost off her foot. She knew it as soon as she put it down. It was going to go out of bounds. That has to be her 4th steal, I believe. 5th steal, my goodness. She is literally playing safety over there for Temple. If Casey Killer ever needs any defensive backs, I think they got one here on the women's basketball team. And there's another deflection by her.
She's everywhere on the defensive side of the ball today, and that is one of her strengths. Playing defense overall, and she's really showing it right here.
Yeah, she's dialed in right now. 5 steals. 8 points, 3 for 4 from the floor, and has had her fair share of and-1 opportunities, converting 2 of them. As Zachariah is being handed, and there's almost another one by Curry. Taylor and Curry are playing lockdown defense right now for this Temple backcourt. And there's another steal. They're gonna run the break. Curry is gonna get fouled by, that's gonna be on Sotelo, as the entire Temple court comes and helps her up. Savannah Curry doing it all on both ends.
Just put it on repeat and just keep clicking it, I guess, because it's the same thing over and over and over again, and she's nonstop.
They're going to have to find a way to get the ball away from her, because every pass is
causing
her
chaos.
Way. Yeah.
That's the only way to put it.
Yep. She's getting fingertips or palm on basketball every time, as this first shot is up and good. Savannah Curry, 9 points. 3 for 4 from the free throw line, looking for more.
Yeah, it's really felt like every pass that over the last 2-3 possessions. Plus, also earlier in the game, she's gotten a hand on it.
Yeah, in control of Zachariah. Molina with a hand in her face. Back out to Preston. Preston gets it in. That's out to Nezovic. Nezovic pull up mid-range shot. Does not fall. Rebound by Felicia Jacobs. Turner back out and running. Turner swung out. Savannah Curry jab step, takes her baseline, pull up, mid-range, short. Rebound taken by Geffen, and there will be a foul on Savannah Curry. Maybe a little too handsy there. And we're gonna get a couple subs. Griffin is out. Coming in is Leah Crespin. I believe her first time checking into the game here.
And substitution number 22, Leah Crespin for VCU.
The ball controlled by Preston now for VCU. Back out to Zachariah. Ball, wow, really good entry-level pass there. Just could not get the finish for Nezovic. Katrina Nezovic will get 2 shots at the line there. Kind of wide open down by that low block and just could not convert the layup, but was fouled.
Yeah, Nezovic with 11 points has recently been someone who stepped in for the absence of Mary Anna Asari, who is the leading scorer on this Rams team, who scored the 2nd most points in VCU history. Also having a career high of 37 points against Duquesne last year on January 2nd. And also led the team in 16 points per game last year, scoring in double digits in 25 out of the 30 games. She's missed the last 4 games after leaving early versus their game against Colorado earlier this season, and was also last year a 2024-2025 All A-10 second team member.
Nezovic converts both free throws here. 50-30, Temple still leads. Taylor swung out to Drew Alexander. Alexander jab steps, pulls up just inside the three, and that will be out of bounds. VCU basketball.
Like I was talking about Asari, though, that's definitely someone that they would love to have on this team, especially down 20 right now. Someone who's their primary scorer. I mean, Asari was called up for the Canadian national team a few years ago when the Olympics were happening to prepare for the Olympics. So she is a dominant player on this team, and her absence has made a big impact, especially during this losing streak.
Gaffon off with a mid-range shot, now controlled by Temple. Kayla Turner picked up her dribble, and they're going to get a foul on Temple. I believe they called some sort of wrap. Foul on Molina. Not really sure what the call was, though. Guess she held her. I'm not sure, but
Guess just got a little too physical in the moment.
VCU will control. Deja Preston, guarded by Turner. Preston out to Zachariah. Zachariah from Kerala, India. Back out to Preston. Preston, wow, great pocket pass there to Gaffon. Easy layup.
Gaffon, 1 year at Omaha, 1 year at Grand Canyon from Grand Island, Nebraska. So likes to go to the place that's, I guess, grand.
Nebraska to Virginia is an interesting move, but that's a great layup there by Molina. Gets an easy entry-level pass, takes it all the way to the rim. Temple back up 20, 52-32. VCU moving right to left. Ball being controlled by Nezovic. Nezovic, then that's going to be a deflected ball out of bounds by Temple, but it will remain with VCU. We are going to take a quick break as we are at our immediate timeout. More second half action on the back half of this break. Temple up 52-32 on WHIP Sports Radio. Back with more Temple basketball as they are up 52-32 on VCU. 4 minutes, 34 seconds left in this third quarter. very good starts to this third quarter. Defensively, offensively, have done everything that Coach Diane Richardson is going to want to talk about after this one. As there's another, ooh, they're going to stop this call. It's a foul on Gaffon. They're saying that after the steal, Kayla Turner poked it away. They're going to say after the steal got her.
Yeah, it looks like she might have got her across the face.
Yeah,
I thought they were calling a foul on Kayla Turner. I thought Kayla Turner thought she was going to get a foul called on her as well, and I was questioning. I don't know what she did right there, but
yeah, I thought the same thing.
After seeing the replay, though, you could see Gaffon kind of try to get the ball back, and I guess, well, not I guess, she missed it and caught Turner in the face as she does hit the first free throw.
Yep. Kayla Turner having a great game right now. 18 points, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, looking for more as she knocks it down.
The Owls already in the bonus as well with 4:30 to go in the third quarter. That's huge as well.
Yep, got to imagine the game plan from here on out is going to get the ball in the paint and get as many people in foul trouble as possible as the defensive pressure stays the same for Temple. Gaffon gets it out to Nezovic. Nezovic looking for something, steps into a three-pointer, good.
Big shot by Nezovic right there.
Yeah, something to talk about there. Has not been a great quarter for VCU scoring-wise, and it's been the opposite for Temple. They've done everything they've wanted to offensively and defensively. That ball is deflected on the entry pass to Molina. Molina gets to a jump stop out to Kayla Turner. Turner down to Sedano. Sedano up fake, goes all the way to the rim. Layup is good. Sedano with the multicolored hair and multiple ways to finish. Goes all the way to the lane.
Great take by Sedano.
Nezovic back at the controls for VCU. Swings out to Crespin. Crespin to Preston. And they're going to call a foul on, I believe, Senyano? Maybe? Yes, they are going to call it. Sedano picks up her second foul there. I believe they just got her on some sort of backdoor cut where she just got too much of Gaffon.
Yeah, Sedano last game played 12 minutes, was one of those pieces to fill in for Tristan Taylor. She does come in for defensive purposes. She is a very good defender from Boston, Massachusetts, but did play 12 minutes, had 0 points, was 0 for 1 from the field, but did have 4 rebounds against LaSalle a few games ago, which was both season and career highs, though. So Sedano definitely has her impact out there. Is a feisty player, maybe not on the box score, but definitely in the game overall.
Yeah, and I guess she knows what she's doing because Gaffon missed both free throws there, 0 for 2 on the trip to the line. And Turner is back in control for Temple. Crosses over Zachariah, pull-up mid-range shot, and she's fouled. And the conversation here is going to be, never mind, there's no conversation. It's going to be a foul on Turner, and VCU is over the limit, so this will be shots regardless.
Kayla Turner has just been dominant today. Just overall has been, she's controlled this game. And not just as the point guard, which they usually do. They control how the offense is ran. Is usually a solid defender, which she has been both today, but is also just, I mean, she's hit 20 points now with that first made free throw. Yeah. She's at 21 now as well, which is amazing, especially with the absence of Tristan Taylor. Knowing she can't have off days because Taylor's not there to back her up, which Taylor also wasn't having her best season this far, so Turner being able to step up like this, and Taylor, who is where Coach Rich said earlier this at the press conference after the game against Drexel that she expected Taylor to be back, but not back today, possibly because VCU, not a great team, thinking they could get away and rest Taylor up more for conference play, and it's paid off so far.
Yeah, and you mentioned that they were looking for something other than Tristan Taylor, and they have a plethora of options now as Gaffon made a layup, but back in control of Temple. You have to think the play of Savannah Curry and Sedano so far have been, and Brianna Mead as well, has been really expiring as somebody has to guard Kayla Turner. I don't know what else to say about it. That's another 3 from her. She is 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. Just an amazing game from her right now. And I don't think she's done. And she's still on that on-ball pressure. One of that block here instead is going to be called for the foul on Soraya Griffin. 24.7. She's only missed one shot and one free throw so far, and she's still coaching in that huddle. And is going to go have a seat now for Brianna Mead. 61-37, Temple leads right now. And instead, Turner will stay and Sedano will sit.
Why would you take her out right now? It's only the third.
Yeah. Keep her in, see what else damage she can do as Griffin makes the first free throw. Yeah, keep her in, see what else she can do. It's not like she's slowing down anytime soon. Playing great on-ball pressure and, of course, being a flamethrower from deep. Griffin knocks on the second. Jacobs gets it into Turner, and here we got some full court press. Maybe a little too late by VCU, but Temple's going to break it and throws the ball away. Mead does. Back in transition, swung to Augustine. Augustine blows the layup, and that's going to be batted around and foul called. Preston will get 2 shots. It'll be on Molina, her third. Wow, Augustine got right under the rim and just overthought it.
And wasn't even close either.
Yeah.
Just way above the box as well.
Yeah, off the backboard and off. And fortunately, Preston was there to collect the rebound as she knocks on the first free throw. But just a very, very bad take by Augustine right there. Going back on the previous possession by Temple, breaks the press and then turns the ball over, trying to pass to Molina, whose head was turned, as Preston knocks down the second free throw. More full court press being deployed by VCU. Bethel Boyle, head coach of VCU, saying, hey, we need to get this ball back, but you know that, good deflection there, and a high layup by Felicia Jacobs. You know Molina wants to run, is what I was gonna say. Tried to make a pass to Jacobs, got deflected, ended up sticking with him, and Preston gets it to Gaffon, who gets those 2 points right back. A little bit of pace now. They're gonna back off the press. Mead's gonna get it across half court pretty easily. Swung around, easy passes right there.
Great pass, great fundamental offense by the Owls. Not many dribbles once they get that first pass off, and once again right there, 2 similar type looking plays. This time Jacobs got the pass into Curry.
That is a great way to sell a foul right there. That's gonna go Temple's direction. Going back to the broken press, Temple just works it up the court, ends up finding a wide open Felicia Jacobs, easy layup. Then on the other end, sells a little bit of the off-arm push, and it'll be a foul/turnover on VCU. Savannah Curry back in the game for Temple. Augustine will take a seat, and Dezovic will be back. Ariana Moretti's in the game as well. Seeing her, I believe, for the first time this game. Got some minutes against Drexel as that ball got batted off the bottom of the backboard back into Kayla Turner's hands, who was the inbounder, takes it coast to coast and lays it in.
And that basket right there is Kayla Turner's career high, now at 26 points, which it was 25 against FAU last year. Now she has the ball going the other way once again.
Gets a strip on the defensive end right after the coast-to-coast layup, and now Savannah Curry's in control, and that'll be a foul on Curry. That'll be on Crespin. Laya Crespin picks up her first personal foul, and this should be shots. Yes, this will be shots for Curry.
Let's talk about Kayla Turner, though. 26 points, her career high was 25 at FAU last year on January 8th, and her season high was 23 against Western Carolina over the Thanksgiving tournament in the Bahamas. So Kayla Turner definitely in that groove now, and like we mentioned, without Tristan Taylor, that's exactly what you want to see, especially heading into conference play, that she has that groove going.
Yeah, and this goes back to the questions asked by Richardson, is what are you going to do about not having Tristan Taylor? Where do you go after that? You're starting kind of 2-2 guards. Well, there's your answer right there. Kayla Turner says, how about I give you 26, and we talk about it later, and that's exactly how you do it. As Preston gets blocked by Felicia Jacobs. And ball given right back to Turner, who's being guarded by 3 people at the moment. Ball back into Moretti, and they're gonna call a foul
on Moretti.
Yeah, they're gonna call a foul on Moretti. She got all the way to the lane, right into the paint. Just they called a foul on her, and it'll be VCU basketball, baseline inbound. sorry, the foul was on Felicia Jacobs, I believe. No, I'm already. It was on already.
Jacob checked out.
She just
I was
checked
gonna say,
out.
I thought they called the foul on 0.
Crespin, little penetration, gets it back around. Corner 3 by Griffin, hits nothing. Rebound by Mead, and the band's gonna let her know about it. Mead goes wing, looking for the post up by Moretti, who has a smaller Crespin on her. Doesn't matter. Kayla Turner can't be stopped. The end of quarter. The whole bench is jumping up, letting her know about the made 3. 29 points for Kayla Turner, 9 for 10, 6 for 6 from 3 to end the third quarter, 72-43 VCU. We're gonna take a quick break and be right back with more Temple basketball on WHIP Sports Radio. We are back with Temple women's basketball up 72-43 on the VCU Rams. Kayla Turner has been the story about this one. 29 points, 9 for 10 from the floor, 6 for 6 from 3. Has completely dominated this game, and the defense of Temple has done the exact same thing as we get ready for this fourth quarter action. Preston handles for VCU. Takes the screen by Gaffon. Gaffon gets it back up in the middle of the lane. Doesn't do anything with it. Wow, that's got to be 3 seconds. And that's exactly what it will be. Just kind of camped out there. Didn't really know what to do.
He's kind of just waiting for that whistle to be blown, and it finally was.
Yep. And more full court press by VCU. Wow, just taken away by Griffin, who banks it off of Savannah Curry's knee. Just an ill-advised pass by Kayla Turner, and VCU gets the ball right back under the basket.
Yeah, Temple definitely wasn't prepared for that press, and it would seem like VCU would have needed to press a little bit earlier, especially with the margin they're down by right now.
Yes, I agree with that one. As Sedano makes a great pass to Moretti under the basket. Oh my goodness. A little hesitation, up fake, gets to the fall. Love to see that by Aaron Moretti. And another steal by guess who? Savannah Curry. Easy layup. She has 16 points now, and that'll be a quick timeout from VCU. A big hug by Savannah Curry to Ariana Moretti. Want to see her get involved a little more. The freshman out of Clinton, Maryland, 6'3", doesn't get a lot of burn and has seen a lot of game action in the last 2 games going into these fourth quarters. The Drexel game a little bit closer than this one was, but love to see her get some run and of course get a basket.
This game is a blowout.
Yes, for sure.
Down 33 points is VCU, 76-43, just pure domination by the Owls in all aspects. Every player contributing one way or another, and maybe they're showing out the men's basketball team is here sitting on the sideline as they have a game tomorrow against St. Francis, which you will be here producing.
I will be here producing it. Please tune in tomorrow, 12 p.m. tip-off. I'm going to have to wake up early, but that's okay. But yes, you know, we mentioned at the beginning that this wasn't really a filled-in arena, but we have some fans here, and they've been enjoying, even some VCU fans here, they've been enjoying what Temple's been doing so far, as Kayla Turner has just been named player of the game, rightfully so.
Yeah, there's really no one else you should have been able to give it to.
Yeah.
She's been just flat out dominant.
Yep. And I do want to say that Temple has had a much more focused second half. Even that second quarter, going all the way back to the first half, has just been a much more focused game from them defensively, offensively. But my question for you, Charlie, is VCU had to know, or at least had to assume, Tristan Taylor might not play this game. It seemed like they didn't have any other game plan for Kayla Turner. It was just kind of let her get hers and go from there. But she got hers, and she got a lot of it.
Which the thing is about that, Kayla Turner is the #1 point guard and scorer on this team.
Yes.
So they have done nothing to keep her quiet with 29 points, 9 for 10 from the field, and 6 for 6 from beyond the arc. Like you said, also 6 assists in only 28 minutes. It's just been pure domination. And then right behind her, you have Savannah Curry with 16 points of her own.
Yeah, Savannah Curry has been right there with the defensive pressure. Right here, Savannah Curry and Kayla Turner have totaled 10 steals combined, 7 for Curry, 3 for Turner, and a steal for both Meade and Sedano off the bench. Great game defensively for Temple after what happened at Drexel a week ago. Much more concerted effort defensively, much more poise offensively, and they have done everything in their power to make sure that they walk out of here with a win, as long as the score holds with 9:20 left in this fourth quarter. And now VCU is going to have to travel the court. Griffin at the controls here, being guarded by Turner. Gets all the way into the lane, goes up, and wild layup, no good. And that's going to be ripped away by Sedano. Just took it from her. She's going to push the pace a little bit, being guarded by Augustine. Probably has the speed advantage, but not the height advantage. Picks up her dribble, gets it back out to Kayla Turner. Turner being guarded by Curry. Curry's going to let it fly. Oh, that's her first miss from 3. I thought it was good, though. It looked online. Griffin gets out of the corner to Crespin. 3 by Augustine, no good.
That was Turner, not Curry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said, you know, the same thing in my eyes.
You've been saying their names so much today, and they've both been producing so much. I
yeah.
really feel like it could be either.
Yeah, and there goes, wow. There goes Meade for a 3. Thank you for that, Charlie, because I was just in a flow right there. Big 3 there by Brianna Meade. She's up to 7 points herself. Zlaya Crespin in the game now. Gets it out to Nezovic. Nezovic being guarded by Curry. Switch, Moretti picks her up. Cash out right there by Nezovic. Nezovic now with 16 points, 6 for 14 from the floor. Meade back at the controls here, gets it to Turner. Turner gets into the lane, pulled up mid-range shot, full extension, can't get it to fall. Turner hits the ground, and they're gonna get out and run. And a little bit of a deep pass to Griffin, and it's gonna be tipped and out of bounds off Sedano will remain VCU basketball.
Kayla Turner, though, hobbling off the court, though, with that ankle again.
Yeah, I think that it's just going to be.
That'll probably be it for her.
Yep. Just to be sure,
there's no reason for her to be in this game anymore.
Yep. I agree, especially when you've had the production from everybody else here. Speaking of production, here comes Sanaya Craig and Chloe Miller. Goes out, Ariana Moretti, and they're going to have to figure out who they're taking out. Somebody's got to get off the floor for Temple, and it's going to be Sedano.
And number 3, Kelly Sedano.
Preston's going to baseline inbound here. And right under the basket, just sitting right there. McKenna White back into the game. Haven't really seen her in that third quarter, but back now. I think that Beth O'Boyle, for the head coach for VCU, wanted to get some more scoring on the floor, and they're going to get a travel. Little flashback from the first quarter there. Have cleaned those up, though, throughout the rest of the game. A couple travels in that first half of the first quarter, but none so far until now. Crespin back at the controls here for VCU. Into Nezovic. Nezovic all the way across to Augustine. Augustine bobbles it, gets it back out. McKenna White for 3, no good. Rebound by Nezovic. Nezovic, no good. Preston, up fake, back out to Nezovic. Corner 3, no good. Another rebound by VCU. Somebody has to put $1 in the machine to get a bucket. Back out to Preston. Through the lane, layup is good. There it is. Had to turn it around. Preston gets 2 here. 79-50, Temple leads.
That's something you haven't seen much from the Owls all day.
Yeah,
getting out rebounded. And yes, Sanaya Craig is in, but some of the other backups are in underneath her. Sanaya Craig, and then you have Chloe Miller in, who's on the taller side, 6'3", the redshirt freshman, but that was just a sloppy rebounding possession.
Yeah. And there will be a foul called. Savannah Curry was the one fouled for Temple. That one's on Deja Preston, her second. Third foul only for the team, so this will be a baseline inbound. Mead's going to be the inbounder. And you did mention Chloe Miller back in the game, the freshman. We mentioned that with Moretti, but Chloe Miller, the other one in that Drexel game, getting some minutes deep in that third and fourth quarter. Here she is in the fourth quarter. This is more of a garbage time situation as Sanaya Craig bobbles it, gets it back out to Drew Alexander. Corner 3 is short. Rebound, bounced around. They called a foul, but that ball fell right into Savannah Curry's lap. Sanaya Craig throws her hands up with a smile on her face, like, come on, I thought I was good.
I don't know about that foul right there.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, but, you know, considering the scoreboard, maybe just giving out some things here as Deja Preston takes it all the way to the lane, goes coast to coast herself to add 2 to VCU. 79-52 Temple leads. Mead handling the ball, going left to right, being guarded by Laya Crespin. Swung around to Chloe Miller. Chloe Miller handoff to Savannah Curry. Savannah Curry to Sanaya Craig. Craig to Mead. Mead gets a screen, doesn't use it. Gets out to Alexander. Alexander, dribble penetration, 2 steps, layup is good, but they say no basket.
That was a great take by Alexander, even though she did cause the charge.
Substitution for the number 8, Jaleesa
Yeah, Drew Alexander turns the corner, gets all the way to the lane, but instead they called a charge. Instead, it won't be an and-one opportunity. It will be a turnover in VCU basketball as Jaleesa Molina checks in for the game. Comes in for Chloe Miller. Crespin handling, gets it into White. McKenna White being guarded by Sanaya Craig. Layups wild off and collected by Sanaya Craig, who didn't move that pivot foot somehow. Was on her heels with it.
I was just waiting for either the whistle or her foot to move.
Yep, one or the other. Sanaya Craig thought about a 3, and they said 3 seconds. Jaleesa Molina was trapped in the paint a little bit, didn't move in time, and it will be another turnover for Temple. Those are 2 back-to-back possessions for Temple that have led in turnovers, but again, it's much cleaner than the game against Drexel here, and they want to continue to do that, not have as many turnovers on the offensive end, as that ball is off. A shot by Augustine does not go down, collected by Sanaya Craig.
Great rebound by Craig right there on the floor.
Yep, right on the floor again. Back out to Mead. Craig wants it, and it's just a giveaway there by Meade.
Not a good pass, some sloppy basketball right now from the Owls.
Yes, and Nezovic tried to take her own way. I don't know if that was a Euro step, but it was from somewhere, but it works all the same. Falls for VCU. 79-54. 4:46 left in this fourth quarter. This one's a little bit out the way, but you know, still some things to play for, like we've mentioned. Who can play quality minutes for Diana Richardson down the stretch, and of course Bethel Boyle down the stretch.
And also just finishing games overall. I mean, VCU on an 11-0 run right now over the last 3 minutes and 25 plus seconds, and Temple has had 5 turnovers and on a scoring drought over the last 3 minutes and 48 seconds. So it's not clean, and especially during conference play, you need to finish games. They're going to have to finish games the whole way, not take the foot off the gas pedal, and this is the time to work on that. So Temple needs to come out of this timeout, the final 4:43, and go back to how they've been playing all day.
Yeah, you are 100% right. Well, they're going to take an immediate timeout, and we're going to take it with them. Temple up 79-54, 4:43 left in this fourth quarter. Come back as we wrap this game up on WHIP Sports Radio. As the band plays Light It Up, that's exactly what Temple did to the scoreboard. 79-54 lead over VCU with 4:43 left in this fourth quarter. I'm Jay Johnson, joined with Charlie Halligman to wrap this game up as Laya Crespin is controlling here for VCU, and another steal just gave it away straight to Kayla Turner, who's gonna run the break, gets to a jump stop, out to Curry, can't fall, but floorboard goes to Drew Alexander, all the way out to Kayla Turner. Kayla Turner, another three, back rim and off, and they bat it around. They're gonna call a foul. Drew Alexander on the floor battling for that basketball against, I believe that's McKenna White. Yes, and that's
McKenna White instead.
Yes, and she's gonna go have a seat.
Out.
Oh, that's it for her. You know, but you might as well, with 4 minutes left, just go and play and see what happens, and her day will be done. Temple will control baseline inbound. Turner, wow, gets a very quick pass into Molina, who gets fouled, hits the deck, but will hop up. And that is on Deja Preston, and she will shoot two. Molina, 6'3", 7 points today. 3 for 9 from the floor, 1 for 4 from 3. Corner 3 she cashed in the first half. Just gonna see if she can add to her total here. One dribble at the free throw line, shot up and good. Molina, an 83% free throw shooter on the year as she knocks down her second. VCU looking just for something to talk about. Good on this bus ride home. Preston gets it out to Nezovic. Nezovic swung out to Laya Crespin. Crespin's gonna get fouled as he tried to get through the lane.
You mentioned talk about something good on the bus ride home. There's not going to be a lot to talk about. That's good. It might be a little late for that.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. Trying to find something to work for this team right now who has been mightily struggling.
Yes, and part of that is going to be the lack of scoring options here. Marian Osari not available for this one, as Charlie mentioned, was injured earlier on this season and has not been able to play the last couple games here, but Temple having their own struggles with injuries. Not a problem here on the scoreboard as Kayla Turner gives it away. Nezovic, baseline, layup, rims around and off. She hits the deck, but she's all right. 3:27 left in this fourth quarter. 81-54 Temple leads. Kayla Turner moving left to right, calling out plays. Shocking that she's still in the game here, Charlie.
Looks like they're just, yeah, it looks like after that little stretch that the Owls went on, just really struggling on both ends of the ball. Looks like just need to have her, well, now she's coming out though for Brianna Mead, but have her, Drew Alexander, Savannah Curry in the game, Sanaya Craig, and Molina. You had the starting five back in the game to just kind of settle everything down again, just control the game, slow it down, just kind of drain the clock a little bit to finish off this game.
Yeah, like the idea there. As Drew Alexander gets the ball on the wing, Sanaya Craig going all the way, can't get it to fall. Tried to take Demboya, who's back in the game, could not do it. Great pass, and Preston finishes the layup on the run. Laya Crespin with the pass. Preston with the finish. Brianna Mead with 2:48 left in this fourth quarter. Swung around to Sanaya Craig, back to Mead. Mead's gonna line up a three. Off, left, rebound, taken by Drew Alexander, back out to Mead. Mead swung to Curry. Curry jab step, splits two and loses it. Rebound collected by Demboya.
Today the Owls with 11 three-point field goals. The last time they've had 10 or more was against ECU when they had 12 on March 6th, 2024, so 2 seasons ago. So
Timeout, Temple.
only one more to tie that mark and possibly 2 more to break it, but the Owls have just been dominant from beyond the arc, lighting it up. But once again, well, the thing is, though, they've had no field goals in the last 6 minutes and 19 seconds, so definitely not what they want to see. They are slowing it down a little bit, kind of draining out this clock, but not a great final few minutes, but everything else they've done. The fact that they have 11 three-pointers today, and it went 52% from the field overall, and going 45.8% from beyond the arc is just fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what Diane Richardson's talking about in the huddle right now. Called a timeout, said, listen, let's just settle in. Game's almost over. Made a couple substitutions here. Ariana Moretti's back in the game. But that's just going to be the biggest thing here, is just closing this game out. No field goals, like you mentioned. 1 field goal in the last 8, none of the last 6. Going to try and find a way to put something back on the scoreboard here as Mead is back in control, being guarded by Crespin. Crespin to Sedano. Sedano bobbles it, gets it back. Double team, kind of in that coffin corner, and batted back around. Sedano over to Molina. Molina, mid-range shot, rims out. Rebound collected by Augustine. Augustine knocked down the three-pointer on that last possession, 81-59. Runs the floor is Demboya, the 6'7", forward 5, whatever you want to call her, makes the layup. Mead, swing around to Moretti, slap down. Thought she got a piece of her. Apparently got all ball, but it will be Temple basketball. Instead, Moretti inbounds to Molina. Molina left, right, my goodness, shifted her a little bit and banks it off the window. Jaleesa Molina says, I can play point guard too. And was that an inbound, or they're going to call it an inbound, right?
That is what they're going to call it, and it went to no one.
Yeah, that ball
went to Diane Richardson.
Yeah, I was going to say,
on the sideline.
That ball was going to the scorer's table on Diane Richardson, and that was about it. So it will be a turnover for VCU. Sedano gets the ball back, swung across the corner to Drew Alexander, and tries to hand it off to Moretti, who wasn't paying attention, but Crespin loses it herself. Back to Temple. Sedano's got to split a double team. Meade, with 3 seconds of the shot clock, cashes it out. Brianna Meade knocks down another three. She's 3 for 5 from three, 3 for 5 from the floor with 11 points in 17 minutes. Like you mentioned, Charlie, the three-point shooting has been phenomenal for Temple today.
Yeah, so they've now tied that mark of most threes in the game since March 6th of 2024 against ECU, now with 12. And Brianna Meade as well, with 11 points, she's been very good today as well, especially filling in for the spot of Tristan Taylor, who last game was really someone who controlled a lot of the game with the ball. Didn't get a ton of shots up, but was a really good game handler overall, and she has her season high. Her season high prior to this was 7 points against Western Carolina.
Crespin missed both free throws there as Temple controls. Under a minute left in this one. Sedano all the way to the rim, can't get it to fall. Crespin bringing it back up the court. A little bit of a double team. They back off it now. Wing three is off for Augustine. Collected by Molina, and they're going to foul and walk the floor. Fourth team foul, so they won't walk the floor instead. They're actually going to wait for a substitution as Chloe Miller comes in for Jaleesa Molina. Diane Richardson trying to get some of the starters out. I believe the only one that's in the game right now is Drew Alexander, who's really filling in here for Tristan Taylor the last few games.
And overall today on the offensive side of the game, or last game, the Owls only had 7 free throw attempts. And that doesn't happen that much. Went 6 or 7. That was the first time this year they had less than 10 free throw attempts.
Ariana Moretti just put VCU in the spin cycle. Post footwork looked great, goes through 2. Wow, that was a one-handed 3 right there by Isabella Whitelaw, just entered the game. Going back to Moretti, spins through 3 VCU players and finishes as this one will end 88-63 in favor of Temple as they jump around on the court, hugs all around, celebrating Kayla Turner's massive 29-point burst in a game that just looked good from the get-go, walked away with it in the second quarter. Second half's more of the same. Defensively, offensively, and even special teams, as someone put it, looked great. Charlie, what did you think of Temple's performance today?
That's the answer. Speechless. Just overall, just phenomenal. I mean, the offense was dominant all game. And they had that one moment earlier in the game, and then in the fourth quarter, they went on that little drought, and it was sloppy, but it was clean basketball overall. I mean, when you win 88-63, there's not much that went wrong in this game. So just an overall terrific performance by the Owls, and they need to keep this going, especially going into conference play, even though they only have 2 more games of non-conference play before conference play starts. So just an overall terrific performance by the Owls.
Yes, a terrific performance indeed, led by Kayla Turner's 29 points, 9 for 13 from the floor, 6 for 8 threes, had 3 other scores in double figures. Jaleesa Molina with 11, Savannah Curry with 16, Brianna Meade for 11. Over on the VCU side, Katrina Knezovich led the team with 21 points, 8 for 20 from the floor. Temple walks out 88-63 on top. That is all here from the Leah Cora Center. I am Jay Johnson, joined with Charlie Halligman, producer Max Matthews. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.